Welcome to my almost daily streams. I'm mayohosko. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize for not going live a lot over the past week. If you have been subscribed to me for long enough, you know why. You know what my excuse is. Um, but one of my friends did a pop-up stream. I was sorting Lego over there. Then my good friend Hoarder66 said, "Hey, if we're still here, he's got stuff to do with his Lego collection." I said, "Hey, do you want to do a pop-up stream?" I said, "Yeah." And so after setting it up, now we're doing this.
We're doing this.
And anyone watching from the jungle now has the invitation in accessible by the jungle. And so my guest is was the first in the chat, Hoarder66. I'm here, and Alexandria is here. Hey, good to see you here.
Hey, Alexandria, how you doing?
So I'm sorting Lego. What are you doing?
I am trying to expand the third floor of this building now from this to 2 studs wider and 2 studs longer. So I'm just putting plates on top of this floor and kind of parting it together until I get the right shape, and then I'm going to start moving stuff over and adding parts to it to complete it.
Yeah.
Oh, where can I put this?
You turn the aircon out here off, won't you?
It's off.
Oh, you're just using the bedroom one.
Yeah, I just got that on, and I'm running the floor fan. Yeah. Sorry, I was talking to someone else, not on this stream. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just.
To me.
What?
Good.
Who cares to me?
No, I'm doing a stream right now. Anyway, so how much snow do you have your way?
Oh, okay. So we got like 7 inches of snow, and then 2 inches of sleet on top of that. And it said it was supposed to snow again, but we never got any more snow. It was just that. So I guess 9 inches, but that sleet really messed everything up. That made it real hard to shovel.
Yeah, because I was watching Brick Trains. They uploaded a video earlier today. They actually did a time lapse when they were getting all their snow in Indiana, and they got 9 inches of snow. They had 8 inches overnight, but they got another inch this morning, and so they put some Lego in their front yard to see if the snow would bury it, and of course it got buried, and so they did a video of them where they got a kitchen spoon and they scooped away the snow to try and dig for the buried treasure, if you will. And then
I see somebody froze a bunch of hot dogs together, and they were measuring by how many hot dogs high the snow was.
Oh no. Yeah, and so at the end of that video, they did they had a time lapse of the live stream they did with the snow coming down. and so gradually you could see the walkway to their front door get covered in snow, then the grass, then all the Lego got buried underneath. And it was fun. I thought it was fun to watch, because to actually see someone having to scoop the snow away, um, it looked like a blanket of snow. And as
Somebody
someone,
across the street. Go ahead.
yeah, and as someone who lives in an Australian state that doesn't get snow, that's why I'm so fascinated with the polar vortex going on with you guys. Oh my God, we just reached 40 viewers, people scrolling in. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing to the mayohosko channel if you want to see more streams like this, and don't forget to leave a like on this stream. We gladly appreciate it. Yeah, yesterday was Australia Day. Today is the 27th. It's the 26th for you guys. Also, hey Dina, good to see you here.
Dina! Who's all here? Dina? Alexandria?
They're the only
You always
ones
got,
in chat.
you, you always have so little people in chat, but then the likes are always so many. It's like, how come none of them people ever talk?
Well,
Come on, people, make conversation.
well, when I'm doing these vertical streams, I get well, I do it for the doom scrolls. Like, we reached a peak of 40 and we just lost 26 viewers. That's how the algorithm works. No, it's not. It's not your fault, Alexandria. I'm over halfway around the world in front. Yeah, so I think that 40 viewers utilizing the vertical algorithm, that was probably the most viewers I've ever had at any given time.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah. So Dina says, sorted your pieces yesterday, took me half an hour. You don't have a lot. Well, I've been sorting this on and off again for the past 8 days, and I am not even halfway done yet. Well, you know what? It's time is confusing to someone who isn't used to talking with friends halfway around the world.
True that. I never know when's a good time to hit you up. I'm always adding 15 and a half hours to my time and thinking, should I hit him up now or should I just wait until I see him on a live stream?
Well, see, I strategically wait to DM people when I know they're awake. Anyone can DM me anytime you want, whether it's on Discord or Instagram or Facebook Messenger or Twitter X. You can DM me all sorts of those places, wherever you're most active, because I don't know when the fuck I'm going to be sleeping at any given day.
Good point.
I could be
Just
I could
easier
be
to say that, huh? Message me whenever.
yeah. Well, and also I don't mind if my friends wake me up, so to speak.
Nice.
Because if you didn't want to do this with me, I was just going to crawl up in bed and watch Disney Plus. And
yeah, I figured I was going to be sitting here doing this anyway. I figured might as well join the stream.
Yeah, and if Cliff didn't do his pop-up stream, I wouldn't have started sorting at 3 a.m. Now it's 5:54 a.m.
Well, you don't have anything going on during the day right now, like college or work or anything right this second anyway,
No,
right?
I don't go back to grad school for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I don't have any NFL. When I say I don't have any sports commitments right now. Really, until the Super Bowl.
Now, I'm not into sports at all, but football season seemed to go by really quick this year. I heard very, very little about it.
Maybe in your area because the Commanders and the Ravens didn't do much this season. If they were still in the playoffs, the news would be talking about them a lot more.
I'm not even talking about news, just like people, like out and about. You know, I don't ever watch the news anyway. But
Well,
I'm used to,
do.
like in the Lego community, I'm used to hearing more about sports.
From me. And also there's that one.
Well, yeah, from you, from a few different people.
There's that one Minnesota Vikings fan on the Brick World live streams. There's that one New York Yankees fan on Good Morning Brick World.
Not too many, but
Alexandria's saying something to you. Can you read the chat? Can you see them?
is she a mock builder or is there a Lego theme you like? Okay, so when I got into Lego, I got into Lego for Star Wars. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to climb up here or not. All right. So I got into Lego for the Star Wars. And then, branched out because we wanted a city. We wanted a city, so then we started making a city, and then because of that, we got like some of the Marvel stuff too. And then, it just kind of went from there. We needed cars, so we got Speed Champions. Nowadays, I get any theme that has good parts. But over there, like I can't really see it on here, but that's the Dune Ornithopter. And then most of these other sets on the shelves are Star Wars. I do have the A-frame cabin.
Yeah,
this is the first mock I made when I got back into Star Wars. When I got back into Lego, was this TIE fighter here. That's better than any smart brick TIE fighter you'll see. Mine doesn't have a big red spot for a brick nobody wants. But yeah, it's mostly Star Wars.
Yeah,
I do have some.
Yeah, because I used to only get the city sets. So I'll give you a little bit of timeline for me. So I got my first set in 2005, which were all inherited from my older half brother's collection from the late 80s, early 90s. Then the first new set I got was in 2006, and that was a city set. The only Star Wars set I had for 14 years was the 2008 Clone Wars era Anakin's Starfighter. I had the Tower Raid from the Fantasy Castle theme, and I had one Knights Kingdom action figure knight, whatever they were called.
Hold on, what? Knights Kingdom action figure night.
Yeah, have you never heard about those?
I don't think I've ever heard about that. No.
Yeah, I'll show you. Just let me find it.
Take your time.
Cheesy Studios made a video about them like either a week or 2 weeks ago.
Alexandria, I think the smart brick, there's plenty of good things that could be done. Unfortunately, Lego just isn't doing those things. They will put their money into everything else except for the stuff that will sell and make them more money. So while some people are telling everybody, oh, it's for kids, the adults need to stop complaining. But the adults are complaining with good reason, because who's going to be the ones paying for this? Like, not just buying the sets for the kids, but for the failed opportunity that it was from the beginning. We're going to pay for this. Don't think that they're going to take a loss. You know what I mean? They're just going to charge everybody else more. And I hate that. It's like, why not just make stuff that will actually sell, that people have time and time again told you they wanted? We want more motors. We want more battery packs. We want more lights. Certain things they could do, and they would triple their income. But instead, they spend $50 million on an app that nobody wants. I mean, it is what it is. It ain't my company, but I'm not going to buy any of that crap.
Where's the one I'm looking for?
But like I said, I'm also not scared to shy away from Lego either.
Yeah,
I'm going to start going to
so I had
bricks.
I had Circentis. It was a buildable action minifigure. I had Circentis. It was a buildable action minifigure. Let me try get a zoom in on this. It's on my screen now.
I have never seen. So it's like the construction figures that Star Wars had.
Yeah,
construction action figures. The construction.
Yeah, it was like that, but for the castle, because they were doing the CCBS for both the construction figures in Star Wars and
right.
And the Bionicle thing at the time.
I was going to say, can you?
What can I make this for? Let me see if I can change.
Can that work with Bionicle? Like, I know some of the ball joints probably can, but there's like the same axles and everything, right? Like axle technicals and stuff to attach to.
It can work. So let me this is the best I can do. Hey, Demo's puppets. This is the best I can do. Hey, Crimson Toaster, good to see you, buddy. It says, I mean, yes, but the Knights used the ratchet joints, not the ball joints. Exactly, which is why it wasn't in the CCBS. But yeah, I still have some pieces, but I think we donated this when I stopped playing with it or something. Anyway, I totally messed this up. What the hell? So there we go. I fixed that.
I've come to the realization I need more dark tan. I had to take apart this floor in order to rebuild it. I couldn't just build another copy while looking at the first copy. Because this is like all the dark tan I have.
Yeah, there's always colors I need more.
I have a little bit more than this, but not enough to do the whole floor without taking this one apart. I still got to take this the white side apart because all the discolored bricks that are in there. I did the peroxide thing. They came out beautifully white. I built them into this, and a couple years later, they're right back to being yellow again.
It's not.
So I don't think I'm going to bother doing that anymore. I think I'll just.
It's not a permanent fix.
I think from now on, when I have the discolored parts, I'm just gonna put them in the discolored bin, and that'll be that. Use them if I need them. If I need discolored or old looking parts for a specific build. But I think this looks like crap. It doesn't pick up on camera too much, but if you get real close, you can see them. It just looks like crap. And especially this side really looks horrible, but it's not really picking up on camera. As soon as all this stuff is taken apart and dusted here, I'm going to start building this next floor. And then I'll go through, once I get this floor, this figured out, and all the floor built and all the walls built around, I'm going to take this apart and expand it the other 2 studs forward and backward, so that it'll match. I also got to move the window over so it matches. I got to do some tree work too, Mayo. I got to figure out this tree.
Yeah, that's why I did some. I made some mocks of trees that people can find on my Discord server.
Getting better at working with trees?
Well, a wise mock builder once said, "You're only as good as the parts in your inventory."
Very true.
And so what I did is I took apart the Christmas tree decoration I built on stream, and I parted out the 2 other duplicates. No, sorry, I parted out the duplicate ahead of that.
I forgot what this was like when I first built this years ago. Some of the parts I used is like, I used a bunch of 1x8s in dark tan, and it must have been that's all I had at the time. Man, I've come a long way in this Lego collecting journey, let me tell you.
Yeah, I try to learn from my friends every day.
Learn from your friends and your past mistakes. All right. I just want to get this part done so I can get to the fun part.
And I'm just trying to decipher where some of these drawers might be.
Oh, which drawers those parts go in?
Well, because I have some drawers in the wrong places.
Okay. Now, how do you set it up? Because like all my drawers, one container is like all tiled, one container is like all brick, one container is all plate, so on and so forth. Do you do it like that?
Well, I'm trying to improve, because I once had a system where I had all of the colors grouped together, and so you have all of the plate types. Have all the plate types, all of the brick types, all of the modified types, all of the tile types, all of the specialized types, all of the slope types, etc., grouped together. But then I realized that I need to break them down even further, especially because of themes like the dots sets, where they have all those crazy curved pieces. I still have a dot set. I need to part out.
You see, some parts with stuff like that, like the dots with how small they are, whenever I organize those, like I do like a bunch, like all the yellowish, all the pinkish, stuff like that. Because if I did like a drawer for each one, I would run out of space so quick. I mean, even with like plates, I try to mix it up and have multiple colors unless it's enough to fill a drawer. But I do try to stick it like, tiles are up here, then plates, wedge plates, snot bricks. But there's so many parts with Lego, man. It really becomes a pain, especially when you're trying to have certain whatchamacallit, like certain, all right, if you want this to be all tiles and then, you want plates underneath of it, but then you have round plates. Does that go with the plates or does that go with the round parts? And you have to start trying to figure out what makes more sense. And I've noticed that no matter how much you go through and organize your collection, you're going to have to just keep redoing it. Every time you get more Lego, you got to completely change everything around. Well, not completely, but you get
that's what I went through December 2 years ago, and I still haven't fixed me trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of stuff off camera to find what I'm after. And also, it's 6:11 a.m. I've been awake since 6:30 p.m. yesterday, so coming up on 12 hours being awake. And before that, I was asleep for only 4 hours or something. So I'm not feeling so I was only asleep for 4 hours over I don't know how long of a period. So I'm kind of running on fumes.
I mean, if you get tired to the point where you want to go, Mayo, we don't have to stay on here.
No, it's my friends who are motivating me to keep running on those fumes. But my excuse is I'm not. I still have the energy. I'm just not thinking straight at what I need to do. I mean, it took a lot of my brain power right now to figure, yes, I needed to get out all of these pinks and purples. I think I need to get either the blues or the off greens. I'm going to the garage. And while I do that, Alexandria asks if there's a dream set you want.
I want so much of the dream sets that I can't even pick one. I went to Target, what was it, 2 years ago, and I got the tree house from the first season on clearance for like $50. And I don't know. I absolutely love them sets. The thing about these sets I love the most are these guys right here, the bad guys. I do want to get the series 3 or season 3, whatever you call it, of the bad guys. I'd like to get a bunch more of these too. I got the good guy team, but I don't, they're kind of boring. It's all about the bad guys in there. Got the new parrot. That's all the CMS I got. Just this. But yeah, as far as dreams go, I love that new shark tank that they have. And I like the shark submarine that was the last series or the series before. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I forget what colors the bad guys are in dreams. I don't pay attention to that theme. I kind of liked the treehouse, but I didn't need to get it. I kind of liked that Castle of Nocturnia, whatever, and it was on sale. But then I decided, I don't. Even though it was on sale, I don't need it. So Dreams is one of those themes where I think there are some cool sets. I think there are some meh sets. And ultimately, it's a theme that I like, but I don't need to own.
Right. Well, even if I got into it, I wouldn't own every single set. There's plenty of sets in there that I would want, and there's plenty that I wouldn't even bother with. A lot of the good guy sets I don't care for. You know, if they're like the bunny that's on roller skates that turns into a car, I don't care for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't care for that
you know,
stuff.
I think most boys, most boys, most males, whatever, I think when it comes to Lego and a lot of toys, they always kind of side with the bad side. Not because they're bad, but just because it's always the cooler bit. You know, with Star Wars, the Sith are always cooler. Who cares about Luke Skywalker when there's Darth Vader? You know, he just looks cooler.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
and with Dreams, all the evil people just look cooler.
well, yeah, it's kind of like in
So, I don't know.
it's kind of like in the UFO thing. The androids were the coolest, and they were the bad guys. In
Right.
in Spirius, the robots were the coolest. They were the bad guys. The Blacktron were literal criminals in space, and Futuron or Space Police doesn't compare to the fandom that the Blacktron 1 and 2 has. Does not compare.
Okay.
But the thing about Star Wars is that what you were saying, the gravitational to the Sith and the Empire, for whatever reason, during the sequel trilogy, Adam Driver as Kylo Ren got some attention from the ladies. Do you remember all of that hoopla?
I remember when it was what'd they call him? When Kylo Ren was with his shirt off and they made a Lego figure about it and everything else. Was it like
Yeah,
Kylo Swole? I don't remember.
Yeah, I just remember a lot of females on social media back then thinking Kylo Ren was the coolest character ever because Adam Driver looked so hot. I remember all that hoopla, and then people were complaining about them fawning over, and I was like, okay, you be you, to both sides of that argument, you be you.
Yeah.
I just remember that it's one of those things that sticks in my mind with how I'll remember the sequel trilogy, just like how the number one thing that will stick out in my mind that is that Rian Johnson does not know what the word trilogy means.
I think that's correct. All right. Yeah, Rian Johnson kind of messed up that whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was even necessarily his fault. The people calling the shots should have never let that even happen.
Yeah, because as a lot of people have said, that back then the buck stops with Kathleen Kennedy. The buck stops with Kathleen Kennedy. Now she's fired, but is she really fired? Because she said she was stepping down, but that turned out to be fake.
Right. I try to not ever get my hopes up with any of that stuff because it's always some bull crap.
because you've gotten to the point where it's not worth caring about it anymore.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
The movie.
I mean, think about it. Even if she's gone, they're still going to screw it up. Somebody else is still going to come in there and be like, "Oh no, don't do that. Do this," and
Yeah.
it's going to make it worse. Star
Yeah.
Wars could be great if they just let the people that did Andor and Rogue One just let them run Star Wars, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, because I always hear people talking about how good Andor was. People talked about how good the earlier seasons of The Mandalorian was. People always talk about how good Rogue One is despite the fact that it doesn't hold up in the continuity of the franchise because of all of the characters that cannot appear in the next movie. So
Well, most of that's fine. It stays correct. The only real mess up, like in Rogue One, at the very end, when they're in the hangar of Yavin, you see C-3PO and R2-D2, and you see the Tantive taking off, but they're on the Tantive afterwards because that's where the plans go. So that does not make sense.
Yeah, there was some continuity errors and things that the characters did, and characters that could not appear that were interesting but amounted to nothing, which is why that movie, it looks cool as a standalone. It's a very artsy movie, but it doesn't hold up. Also, hello, hey Pirate 1980. Oh, you're working on a roof right now. Oh no, you're building that set that you were telling other people that you're building. Hey Cosmo Candy, I think I've seen you around in the community before, so welcome to the mayohosko channel. I don't remember if you've been here before, but I've seen you around other places within the community. Alexandra says Disney destroyed so many things. Marvel, Doctor Who, Indiana Jones. Come on, man. Yep. They also destroyed ABC and ESPN. When Disney bought the rights to the Muppets in 2005, they made like one movie and not much else after that. And there was that weird Muppets Wizard of Oz crossover thing that no one liked or remembers. Disney just make a lot of bad decisions. Enough said.
Yes, they do.
And I was never a Disney guy. I was a Pixar guy.
Pixar was good though, man. Pixar was really good.
Yeah, and Pixar is still good. They just don't do much with that side of their studios anymore.
Gotcha.
Because they've sunk their teats into Buena Vista Pictures or whatever they renamed it to.
How did that side go?
I don't even think the Pixar studios still operate. Because I haven't heard a Disney Pixar film in a while. They're always coming out with the worst Disney films they've ever done, but you don't hear much about the Disney Pixar name anymore now, do you? Coincidence? I think not. Which is a quote from A Disney Pixar film. Who's doing an incredible job? Hoarder and me? Are we doing incredible jobs? Because I'm sorting Lego and Hoarder's working on a mock project. And the sun is coming out now.
The sun will come out
Today, because I'm the next day ahead.
Oh yeah, you are in the future, aren't you?
Actually, no, I'm not in the future. The sun's just in a different place. Which is why, do you want the lottery numbers like I promised?
Yes.
So, the lottery numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are the lottery numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Mayor's lying, guys. Don't buy into the propaganda.
Yeah.
Don't believe it.
Those are the lottery numbers. And if you know what that's a reference to, you get a cooking.
Well, no cookie for me because I have no idea what that's a reference to.
Really? Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe someone in chat knows what that's a reference to.
Well, chat, let's have at it. Who knows? Or not. I don't see anybody in chat with light bulbs popping on.
Well, also because this is not my normal time of the day to go live. So people.
And this is my base.
Because you're all about their base, Actually, let me do something very quickly. No cookies for Alexandria.
I broke my roof off here. Okay. So anyway, something like that. And then the stuff will come up here. Just like this one did. Whenever I upsize it. I'll get to it eventually. But this one's turning out all right. Now I can start building the walls again. What do you think? I need to I gotta put more of these tiles with the studs down. I don't have enough. I need to do one up front here and maybe one right in here somewhere. There we go.
Yeah. Also, if anyone didn't know, yesterday I uploaded a city update.
Yeah, I watched that city update, Mayo. I had no idea your city was that, first off, that you had that much space and that it was that clean. Last time I seen your city, it looked like It looked like this side of mine, where it's just stuff thrown everywhere.
Yeah, that's because when I was placing sets in, I had to clean up some of the clutter.
Hey, you did great. It's turning out a lot better than the last time I seen it. So that's awesome.
The
I'd
only
love to
reason,
get mine that way, but I need more space, man. There's not
yeah.
enough space.
Well, I'll just say I don't know. Well, I don't have proof if anyone watches any of my stuff unless they comment on the video. I'm just saying.
Did I not comment?
Well, I haven't checked notifications, but on my stream later today, I will be responding to all those comments live on camera.
That breaks so easy. I don't like that at all. How can I fix that?
Yeah. So whoever has left a comment on that city update, I'll be live responding to your comments on my live stream in 6 hours.
Just down, get some walls built. I need to get some wedge tiles in dark blue.
I need more wedge tie. No, I need more wedge plates in light bluish gray to build more space mocks.
Like this plate here, and the smaller, the 3x3 version. I need those in
You're talking about
dark blue.
the angled plates. I need both angled plates and wedged plates in light bluish gray. Yeah.
You see how like the steps, how they come up and like it's angled like that, and then it does it again there. So I'm gonna need those in dark blue, so it can go from that, and it'll go. Man, how come this keeps doing that? Anyway, it'll go from that and come up here and go up the steps, right here. But I'm thinking about doing it all in dark blue. And then I'm going to change all this white out for brown 1x1s a different length and make it just like underneath where I have the first floor of this. Oh.
Because you're trying to build your
Hardwood.
house. You're trying to build your house.
I want it to look as realistic as possible. I keep
Any
dropping
rendering
stuff.
errors? Oh, they just grease my oils. They just grind my gears. Now that's a reference only I will understand. Is there any other greens that I can use? Because I have got an overload of. I've got an overload of lime green 1x1 round plates.
Yeah.
Wait, are you watching my city update the same time you're watching this live stream, Pirate? Just trying to see what I can do here.
Thank you.
Because I've got enough of these to have a backlog of these pieces. Yeah, I don't know what to do with those pieces because I've got so many of them. I need to make some kind of a Minecraft mock that needs sugarcane. I think that's what I
That
need to
needs
do.
sugar cane.
Yeah, because those are stacks of lime green Yeah, that I need to make a Minecraft mock with that. That'd be a good way to use those pieces.
Okay. So when you buy a set, are you just looking at what the set is, or you're looking at the parts, thinking what you're going to do with them later?
Some sets I buy to put on my shelf. Some sets I buy to put in my city. Other sets I buy to build on stream because I want to get the experience and then I want to harvest the parts. Like if a set has a lot of foliage, chances are I'm not building the set for the set. I'm building it to make content about it and then harvest the foliage afterwards.
Gotcha.
But like the modulars, I want to put in my city. Any new space sets, particularly uh, if it's micro scale, I'm going to put it on my shelf because I have a little thing set up with all the micro scale classic space stuff they've done in the last few years.
Gotcha.
And like I set that up while I was organizing my shelf earlier on in the summer, and I liked what I came up with. And I had some old Blacktron sets, and I uncovered some of the Blacktron mocks I made, so I put them on the shelf next to it. And I want to eventually do modifications of the Temple of the Golden Idol, but I'm not ready to do anything with that yet, so I'm keeping that on the shelf.
Right.
And I'm one of those people that doesn't need to keep the minifigures with the set.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
Like I have a whole bunch of Indiana Joneses all over the place.
Yeah, I prefer to have all my figures in my container. Well, not all, but most of my figures are in the containers over there. And then from there, I just pull out what I need when I need it. Great thing, man. I wonder if I should move that door over a notch.
So I'm gonna go get another drawer so that I'm not here mindlessly staring at everything.
All right, chat. So if you look at this, pay no mind to this window being offset because that's going to get changed when I make it bigger. That'll match just how these two match. But this door and this window are in line, okay? Now, this building, the front, this little bit sticks out further than all the rest of it, right? So it kind of gives the door, this all set feeling where there's 3 studs this side and only 1 on this side. And I'm wondering if I should move the door over 1 stud to get the window to move over 1 stud and have it be 2 studs on both sides. But the thing that stops that from happening, let me show you on this one, is it's right there because of the closet. There's a closet door right there. So if I move this, well, you can't see it. But if I move that over, it's going to mess up the closet, but it would look better outside. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Should I move it over or should I leave it? I'm going to let y'all pick. Because I have no idea what to do with it. I want it to look right, but I also want that closet to be right. Technically, the door's in the right spot. That's where it's supposed to be. If I go outside and look at the house, that's exactly what it looks like. Man, these plates really curve.
Alexandria says, "What if you add a mailbox on the wall next to the door?"
Well, I could, but the mailboxes here are actually like in this unit down at the bottom. And I'm trying to have it identical to what it actually looks like. You see, in real life, this isn't quite as big on both sides, and there's a little bit more room over here. But with it being Lego, I can't separate a brick thickness. I mean, I could do some weird shit with brackets and plates for that whole entire wall, but I don't know. I've taken this thing apart and rebuilt it so many times already. I really don't want to do it again. I was looking at the whole thing though. This bottom floor, I need to make another brick or two taller. So when I do that, it's going to change up these steps because then they'll be up higher, meaning I can have more steps. So they'll be coming out for. There's just so much to it.
Yeah,
And
you've had to you've had to think about that so many times, and I've not complimented, and I've
contemplated.
Yes, that's the word. See, that's proof that I'm running on fumes and I'm not thinking straight right now. I've contemplated ending this stream 3 or 4 different times, but all you need is just a little boost.
Well, go get yourself an energy drink.
Yeah, well, we were talking about Pepsi Max, and diet Pepsi Max versus Pepsi No Sugar and Diet Pepsi backstage after Cliff's pop-up stream, and I was like, and after that, I was thinking, yeah, I'm probably gonna need one of those later.
Right.
Well, I'm watching Phineas and Ferb on Disney Plus. Also, so 24 is in the chat, and he says, "Stop playing with your toys."
What's up? Never too old for bricks. Playing with my toys. I don't play with toys. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this ain't toys. This is adult collectibles because they welcomed adults, right?
Yeah, I only build. I don't ever play. Pew pew, die.
Yeah. Also, 24, if you're not doing anything right now, I'd be happy to send you an invite. And
I need 1x3s in this color too. My God.
I'm just gradually getting some of my draw units in case I think I know where some of the drawers are, because I've got drawers all over the place when I was building mocks, and so I don't. My garage is such a goddamn mess. It's crazy. I can't even walk to the back wall in between my build table and the city table. Hi Ingrid, good to see you here, buddy.
Ingrid.
So you 24 just got up from sleep, and I'm contemplating going to sleep.
Every time I see Ingrid, I have to bring up the fact of that shoe organizer on the back of the door. I know people are probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but I thought that was such a good idea. And if it wasn't for her, that would have never happened.
Yeah. So there's your props, Ingrid, and in return, you can leave a like on this stream, as is everyone watching right now. Who knows? Maybe we can get this stream to 10 likes, if it's not there already.
You know, after I finally get this done, I think I'm gonna do something on the front to like give it more texture to it. But that's one of them things I think I'm gonna wait until I get further along. I want this to sink into the wall more. I only want that hanging out halfway. There's a lot I got to do to this mock, man.
Yeah.
At least it's finally getting work on.
And for those who don't know, I titled the stream the way it is because because I'm sorting Lego. Hoarder is building Lego, and we're talking about Lego. 24 says don't have enough loose bricks to have it organized. Okay, 24. God damn it. Let's go slow. Oh. My table is a mess. And yeah, so this is technically a pop-up stream because my regularly scheduled stream is for 6 hours time.
And Lego really does curve a lot. What the hell? Look at this. Look, you see how this crack here? And then like it does it here, like it's folding up like a taco.
And we just tick past an hour.
Oh.
Wait, what? Hang on a minute.
How? How do you straighten it out?
Hello, Captain Jack. Good to see you here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the one to look at the Lumi Brick sets, and they're not even fake Lego. They're just competitors to Lego.
Right. Difference between alt brands and fake Lego.
Yeah, because if anyone wants to talk about Lumi Bricks, Hoarder knows more about that than me.
I don't know a lot about it, but I know I love them. I know after building a few sets from them, I'm not going to shun alt brands like I used to. And I know, I mean, like I said before already, that arch right there is a light gray arch that I had to paint because Lego does not make a dark tan arch, 1x6x2 arch. So I had to paint that. And because of things like that, and because it took 4 years before I had the right hinges I could do on the side, I'm just, if Lego doesn't make it, I'm going to Go Bricks, where Lumi Bricks gets their parts. Because all these parts on these sets, they feel like Lego. They look like Lego. I absolutely love those sets, and I'm not scared to get a few parts from the same people they get their parts from, and actually have a good coherent build that looks right instead of half the colors not matching because Lego doesn't want to make them. And God, that's the biggest pet peeve of mine, I tell you.
And in this hobby, it's not a conversion; it's an introduction. There's nothing saying you have to play with one brand and one brand only.
Right. Right. The whole reason why everybody within this hobby is like that is simply because all the other brands, all the other alt brands just used to suck so bad that whenever you'd get them, you'd go to try to put them together, they'd fall apart, they wouldn't hold, whatever. And if you tried to mix it with Lego, the colors didn't match, the clutch power didn't match. But all of that's done now. Go Bricks feels, I mean, other than the Lego logo, it's the same freaking thing as Lego. The colors match. Their colors match their own parts better than Lego's colors matches Lego's own parts. So take that however you want. But, I mean, after building all these sets, I don't have 15 different shades of dark orange, how Lego does. Yeah. So, and I know Lego's a much bigger company. I know they have a lot more on their plate that they got to take care of. I get that. That's why I still buy Lego, and I'm still okay with everything not being quite perfect. but I am completely done hearing people talk about Lego's the only good brand and all these other brands suck. I'm
Yeah,
done with that
yeah.
stupidness. That's just
I
dumb.
under yeah. I can sense the sarcasm in people's comments. By the way, and also you to say that one brand of bricks is better than others is just their opinion. It's your opinion. Because I've made mocks before, where I've used non Lego, hidden out of sight, and you'll never know that it's there. You'll never know
Right.
that it's there.
Right. And if you don't even notice, then who cares, right? I know I
Because
don't.
because the only thing I definitively like about Lego compared to all the other brands is is the clutch power. That is the only thing I definitively like about the Lego Group more than their competitors. However, their competitors are much better than what they used to be because of advances in technology has more evened the playing field than what it used to be.
I really wish you would just buy even just a small Lumi brick set. Like, get that one right there. It's a $30 set, the graffiti bus stop. It looks awesome. It's only $30. You get to mess with the lights. You get to feel the clutch power of the parts. For anybody who is on the fence and doesn't know if they should try it or not,
Well,
the graffiti
everyone
bus stop is
will
a great set to get.
Well, everyone and their uncle and their grandma has joined their ambassador network. So if I was to get a Lumi brick set, that would be how I'd obtain it. Mm. But I'm not ready to commit to getting multiple Lumi brick sets, particularly when they send you sets at random. I'm not ready to take on that challenge. When I run out of sets to buy and mocks to build, then I'll inquire about joining the Lumi Bricks Ambassador Network, whatever they call it, because I want to see what all of the hype is about.
Hold on. Now, when you join that, can you only talk about that on your channel? Because I'm pretty sure if you're like a Lego ambassador, you can't have like Lumi bricks on that channel.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know people that have said they will never get into land because they publicly talk about other brands.
Right. So, like, if you're in the Lumi Bricks Ambassador Network, can you still have Lego on your channel, or would you have to do a separate channel for that? Because I myself would like to get into the program for Lumi Bricks. I mean, if they're going to send me free stuff, heck yeah. And I
Well,
wouldn't even
isn't
feel
well,
bad telling people to buy it because the price and the lights and it's all prints. Like, I think it's a good product. I really do.
my friends who are in the Lumi Bricks Ambassador Network, they're in there in protest against against the Lego Group, but they're content creators, so they need to keep feeding the grist mill.
Right. Like, I know, Thick. Thick
Yeah,
is
that's
a
one of that.
hardcore.
That's one of the people who come to my
Yeah.
mind. But it's like I've already got enough inventory. I don't need to join their ambassador network yet. I've got my work cut out for me for multiple years of streams with all of the shit I need to manage within my existing collection, let alone wanting to get involved in other stock.
Well, I seen there's a channel I follow, a guy in the UK. You probably, I don't know if you watch him or not, because he does Lego, but he also does a lot of Lumi Bricks and Fantasy. Um, I forget what his name is, but the channel name is Art of Man's Life.
Yes, I subscribed to him last year because his city updates kept getting recommended in my uh, in my in my in the watch next whatever thing on YouTube.
Yeah, so he just put out a video like maybe a week or two ago where he shows those two sets I just showed, the skate shop and the skate shop and the record store. And then next to it they have the boxing club, which is even bigger. Here, I try to. I definitely recommend looking at that video. But like when you see this set, it's 3 stories, right? And then you got this little 2-story in the roof. But the setup that he shows, it's that, this, and then the boxing club. And the boxing club comes out to like here. It's like freaking huge. And it's like $130 or something. It's like, are you serious? $130. And it's twice the size of any Lego modular that costs twice as much as that.
Yeah, and you know what, Cap and Jack, those are some good points. There's no competing with the Lego minifigure in the present, and also there's no guarantee that any of the sets by Lego's competitors is going to hold their value. There's no guarantee because it's an untested market.
Yeah, now if you're in it for the reasons like that, yeah, it's whatever. But I'm not selling my stuff. I don't care what the value is as long as I like it, you know. And for people are in that boat, I would say get it.
Yeah, you're not going to be one of those people who buys a set, then returns it to buy it again at the sale price.
Nah, once I buy it and that's it. That's all there is to it.
But do you know the scandal I'm talking about when I say that?
Yeah. Yeah, and although it's not the best thing to do, I also don't think it's as bad as certain people made it out to be. People were trying to say, oh, he's scalping and he's doing this and he's doing that. Like, nah, he just bought something and then when it went cheaper, he went and price matched it. That's all he did.
Because there were conspiracy theories that they had inside information the sets were going to go on sale. So they could hoard...
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
So that they could hoard the inventory to buy it again. I mean, I'm happy to talk about their drama without mentioning people's names. Because I will gladly talk about drama that people do. I just don't want to mention their names.
Right. Because then all of a sudden you're the bad guy then.
For mentioning
you're not the one that made the bad decision in the first place.
Yeah, for mentioning someone's names. Because people will get upset at the messenger, not the message. And the reason why the messenger has credibility is because whatever they're delivering a message about, the person on the receiving end of having people send out the message, they chose to make all that stuff available for public consumption. Because sometimes when you're a content creator, you have to start a little bit of drama. I mean, that's why my old channel slogan was relevancy is currency.
I'm sitting here building up these walls. And
this
I
year,
I needed to do other walls.
Yeah, this year my slogan is streamers for life, because YouTube they almost completely destroyed the video algorithm on a lot of channels. Jack says bought it, next day they cut half price and return it and buy again for sure. But if it's inside info at large scale by one or so people, that's not cool because it hurts consumers. Exactly, because people in reaction to that was calling it market manipulation. Because it's kind of like, because those are the same tactics people use when they try to do a cryptocurrency rug pull.
This is how I look at it. If you're doing something and it's for your own personal gain, like you bought them today and knowing that tomorrow it's going to be cheaper, so you buy them all now before somebody else gets them, and then you go price match, I don't look at that by itself is a bad thing. I think you're just smart. Now, if you're getting insider information and you're screwing over everybody else in order to do it, that's a whole nother topic, and that's when it starts to lean towards, you just being a shit person.
Because
So it all depends.
Because whether you're trying to corner the market on a consumer product or you're trying to get another country's oil, it's still market manipulation.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that part of it. I wouldn't want to be doing that myself.
I'll just let it be at that. But I know everything that goes around in the world because people make that information public on social media. You gotta keep feeding the grist mill to give stuff for people to talk about.
Yeah.
Because the algorithm rewards people who feed the grist mill and they send it out to people who just eat it all up. I like to feed the grist mill and eat it all up at the same time. I forget what the definition of a grist mill is.
A grist mill?
Yeah, a grist mill. So yeah, so grist mill a meaning. Yeah, a mill for grinding corn. Okay, so if you're grinding up corn, it's a grist mill. If you're grinding up wheat, then it's a flour mill. If you're what are some of the other mills? I forget some of the other mills, but I know that there were some windmills where they use the power of the wind to turn gears to turn fruit into jelly and jam. Okay, I think I've gone through those now.
Well, I don't know how people mock and go on stream. Like, just us talking, my brain has went in a million different directions, and I completely forgot to build the interior walls into this.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't be on camera and build a mock. I can sort Lego and be on camera because there's no focus. Well, there's not as much. Let's say there's focus, but there's no imagination.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just going to town with it, and then I realize I'm not including half the stuff I need to include. Maybe I should do that off camera.
Yeah, because when you're sorting Lego or you're building a set, you can just set the pieces down on a table and speak right in to the microphone.
What else I can do right now while we're just sitting here? I can try to figure out better bushes for this. I don't want to just use the bush piece because it doesn't look like it. I want to do you know how people take the small what I don't know what you call it, the branch leaf. All right, this piece here, and then add the 3-leaf pieces with the stem.
The two long bars with the 3 leaves.
This piece here.
Yeah, the 2 long bars with the 3 leaves.
So I'm gonna make a bush just using these and these, and then whatever I need to do on the inside to hold it all together. But I'm seeing people do a lot of stuff like that with just these parts. And it turns out really well. So maybe I'll do that right now. It'd probably be better if I had this piece in a different color other than bright green.
Yeah, because I'm just
Oh,
trying to figure out which next drawers I need to get. Actually, just saw some long stuff that needs to go in here. And actually, that can go in there. Yeah.
you know, I love building Lego. I don't know if I love taking apart Lego so much.
Well, I'm at the point where if I take apart Lego, I'll might as well sort Lego at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Or save trying to take apart a set when I've got all my stuff out to when I've got all of my stuff out to sort it.
Right.
What's that? No.
I mean, that's for a leaf like that's pretty good coverage, you know, over the whole thing. You don't really see too much of it. You get 4 of these and kind of place it all around, and then a snot brick or 2 on top, so you get some. You know, I might be able to do something. I don't want to keep these like this. Like these are just placeholders. These little square Minecraft looking bushes. They're just placeholders. Because if you put the big bush there, like the actual bush piece, it just doesn't look right. Um, not that piece. Where is it? Like this piece here, that doesn't look right for the kind of bush that I have out front. Here's a question: how come all these weird color leaf, the blues and purples and magentas? How come that Lego does not ever use them? Like,
I
if
think
you
it's
ever go
because
on Bricklink,
I think it's
huh?
because I think it's because there's only certain fantasy settings they can use them in.
Yeah, that Dreams Treehouse, I did get a bunch of the blue leaf from there, and I
Yeah,
thought that was cool.
where else are you're gonna use that outside of a fantasy setting?
I mean,
Is
some of
there
them though, like the oranges and yellows and the dark red. I'd like to think I could use all of them in normal settings.
and speaking of those colors, I need to go get those colors.
Yeah, we're just gonna see how this works out. Because I really need to change these bushes. I want this, when this mock is done, I might be being a little conceited here, but when this mock is done, I want people to look at it and go, holy crap, that's amazing. You know, like, I really do. I want people to say, wow, he put a lot of time and effort into that. And I don't think that's a bad, I mean, why does anybody do any of this, right? I just want everything to look right. I want people to look at it and just understand, you know, because we all build it. We all know how difficult some of it can be and how easy some of it can be. Oh, man, I keep dropping this.
Yeah. I just got the oranges you were talking about. Because there's some orange pieces on the table, as you can see. Now I need to get red.
Oh, last night when you guys were streaming and we're talking about all the different accessories on the CMF figures. I had mentioned that Lego has an empanada mold, and right after I said that, I was building the new modular downstairs, and right after I said that, I opened up. I think it was bag 14. It was either 12 or 14, and there was 2 of them in that bag.
Now I've got
Ooh.
my beds. I need to turn off some of the lights because it's sunrise.
Actually, probably don't even need to do that at all. First, as we go around. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Okay. Let's see if there's any oranges here. I can file away. Is that a half round? Quarter round and vertically half round.
I know how I'm gonna do this.
Is there anything? Yeah, what about cheese slopes? Oh yeah, we got some orange cheese slopes here. Yeah, and like I'm gonna need a drawer for the like I need to separate the 1x1s that are half round or quarter round. Like there are some pieces where I just don't know how I want to divide them.
I hate that.
Because it's like, do
It
I
really
pair?
helps to get.
Like sometimes you don't know what to consolidate. Sometimes you don't know what to separate.
No, I'm completely with you.
Because like I've already done some, but then you come to another color, and you're thinking, well, I combined that. Should I combine this?
Right.
And I get put in a conundrum. Like, do I go one way or the other?
Yep. Believe me, I know. That's my entire whole wall there. Everything, like if you follow the parts, it makes sense for a while, but then you'll hit a spot and you're like, why is this part here? And
Yeah.
really, from there, if you'll just go down a rabbit hole of nothing making sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because at this point, what I need to do is I need to get all of the drawers that just have these random specialized pieces. I need to take them out. I need to lay them out on the table, and I need to free up those drawers for pieces that I want to separate by if they're a quarter round, a full round, a half round, a square, a plate, a tile, etc. And also if I want to combine this color or if I want to divide that color. Like there's so much nuance. with the way I'm sorting, and you're all probably dealing with some same thoughts. Mm.
I'm trying to make this bush work, and I just don't think it's happening here. These leaf pieces should have a connection point on the underneath in the middle. Like right here. There should be an anti-stud.
Because I've got a whole bunch of empty drawers in places available for me to divide piece types if I really want to do it. I've got the availability and the capacity.
You just got to keep checking what kind of parts you have at that moment, you know?
Yeah. And the more I sort, the more pieces I realize that I have a lot of. And also some things that don't yet have drawers. Like now I'm thinking, see, I've got a lot of these bright light yellow 1x1 quarter round tiles. I've already got them sorted into orange, but I've got them coupled. Right. But I've got them coupled with these vertically half round 1x1 tiles. So maybe I should take these out and have it all for this part type, but group the orange with the bright light orange. That's what I'm thinking now.
I think it's always best to keep the same part type and just switch up the colors. Because if the divider in between them lifts up, they're going to mix and you're not going to know what's what since it's the same color.
Yeah, and that's what I think I'm going to do.
Like with the same parts. So up here. All right, so I have mine done by part and color, but if I don't, like I said, I don't have enough, I just throw them all together. But if there's enough to get its own drawer, it will. Yeah, but I try to keep like all these parts are the same, and then all of these are the same kind of parts. It gets a whole drawer if I have enough. If not, then it doesn't. And but I try to stick with same parts.
Yeah, because I see enough of them here that I'm just gonna do exactly what you just said. Yeah. So let's see if I can scrounge up some of this stuff. And also now I'm also having the debate because I've got other colors where I've combined the quarter round and the half round. I have a lot of the blue I have a lot of the medium azure 1x1 quarter round, so they deserve their own. But like the greens, I don't have them in bulk, so I've just combined them. But I do have the dark turquoise in bulk, so I've separated them in.
Now, I would say, like, if you have, all right, so like this color, the quarter round or whatever, and then the rounds, if you straight up mixed all these reds and all these reds, that might be, fine because it's still roughly the same kind. I mean, it's not the same piece, but you're going to go to the same spot to check them out, Yeah. So if you have them or these yellows, I have them opposite so I don't get them mixed up. But realistically, if I was going to put this over here, I would just mix them all together, I think. It's it just depends on what you got. Everybody has different amount of each kind of part.
Exactly.
Some things makes more sense for people than others,
Yeah, which means that different people are going to have the different combos. Mm-hmm. If they have a drawer with a divider in it. Because now I'm thinking,
just like doing.
Because now I'm thinking. Because It's hard, man. Because I'm seeing a lot of the bright light yellow 1x1 half rounds as well. And then there's an orange 1x1, and an orange 1x1 half round. So I think for the moment, I'll combine the half rounds and the quarter rounds like what I've done for some of the off greens. But
It makes sense.
Until I get more of those pieces, then I'll separate them.
Right. That makes perfect sense. And then, like, I wouldn't go mixing these kinds of parts with it. These, like this. But these, at the same time, you could mix with the pyramid piece or the TP piece. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that could all be mixed together. Do you, with these panels, do you separate them by size? Like, you got the 1x2s, and now they got like the 1x3s and 1x4s.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch. I've got a whole drawer unit that has a lot of the panels.
This is one of the ones I need to get another container for. All these clips, you can't even open it all the way. They're starting to get stuck on everything. Oh, so red's completely full. The other ones aren't. That's normally how it goes. I've been burning through a lot of these. This drawer was full, so man, I've been using a bunch of them. I'll never use that many of these grill pieces. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to get all that. I would love to see more people doing this exact same thing. Just see how they sort, what things they get. Like I got all these thinking that was going to be great, and I still love them. But realistically, if your collection's going to get big, stuff like that makes more sense. Like you just have more room to put, like these drawers are small, and if you're only going to have a few of certain pieces, that's great. But like 1x2 plates, this is going to be full very quick, and then I'm going to have to move it, So certain parts, those drawers just aren't great for.
And also, there's another color got the cool light yellow. The bright light yellow, whatever. I can't remember what the Bricklink calls it.
These things here, I thought I was going to get a bunch of these dividers and try to divide them all up like that. But this is more, with these things moving and everything, it's a pain in the ass. I think I'm going to go back to these and just cut the edge off so they actually fit in here and can close. Because that's just too much trouble.
Yeah, I'm going to move this orange. I'm going to move this orange out of the way and see what I can do with the red. Because for me, it's not just about you got to think about how you sort. It's also that I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'd like to sort and get it off my table. Because eventually, I won't have this table. When my father comes home, all of this needs to be packed up.
Gotcha.
And I don't know when my father is coming home. It could be a week, could be a month, for all I know.
Is he out getting milk or is he out working?
He's in retirement. He lives 100 miles away.
Oh damn.
Because he chose to get out of the big city.
Gotcha.
When he retired, he chose to get out of the big city. Now, I'm a city boy, so I love being in the big city.
No
And
idea I had that many of that.
and I'm a city boy, so I love being in the suburbs.
City boy that loves being in the suburbs. I'm a suburbs guy. Oh, man. Right.
Some people are destined to live in the middle of nowhere. Others are destined to live in the concrete jungle, like me.
Yeah.
Do I have any red ones of these? Yes, I do. I do. See, with these red ones, I've not only combined the quarter rounds with the half rounds, but also these triangular prism pieces.
The tents.
Yeah, the ones that look like a tent, the triangular prisms.
You see, a lot of like if you don't have a bunch of them, all the one by one specialty parts could technically go together. You know, it just depends, like you said. It all depends how many you have. And when you go to a pad wall and you get a whole cup of it, then all of a sudden that gets its own drawer. You know.
Yeah, because eventually that'll be what I have to do.
Yeah. I do it all the time. I'm sitting there, yeah, I get a part and it's like, oh man, I didn't think of this when, last time I organized. You'll go through and you get everything just right. And I'll leave like different drawers empty so that when another part comes out or I get a certain color, I can expand it without having to move everything. But here lately, it seems like they're making so many parts. It doesn't matter what I do. I still don't have the space. It doesn't matter. I can mix parts, I can mix colors. I still end up with not enough drawers. I mean, I think Lego makes I think it's over 80,000 different parts right now.
Yeah, and Speed Champions has contributed to the majority of the curved elements.
Oh, I'm sure. Speed Champs has been great.
Yeah, Speed.
Between that
Yeah,
and 3-in-1s.
I don't collect Speed Champions. I'm not a Speed Champions fan. There's just some Speed Champions I like. Just like how I'm not a Star Wars fan. There's just some Star Wars I like the new Ewok village that's going to come out. I can't wait until those pictures just get leaked.
You see all these, like, I've been getting parts like this. This is from that coffee mug gift with purchase that you have.
Yeah.
It goes around the top. This is from the Turtle 3-in-1, the $10 3-in-1 set. Whenever I get certain sets, like I'm specifically getting it for the parts. That $10 hamster set. Is it that one? Yeah, that $10 hamster set comes with all of these pieces here. And that's great for like rock or like mud or something. I love getting these in all these grays and everything. Certain sets are just great for certain parts, man. The 3-in-1s and them Speed Champions. You get all these weird shaped pieces. This is a good one. I love these. And then, where is it? Ahsoka's new ship. Alright, this is dusty as hell. This piece here, Mayo, with the sticker on it right here, that white piece.
Yeah.
With all the weird shaping. Man, that's dusty as hell. That's what you get when you lay this on the floor. I did put it up here, but man, it needs to all get cleaned. But some of those parts are wild. What else was it? There was
Yes, I need this one.
This is another wild part. Ah, that Speed Champs does.
Oh, wait a
It's
minute.
curved
Oh.
and angled at the same time. That's so wild. They do a lot of these really good parts.
With the multi axes.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. And then this piece here with the angle on it. That's what this year's gonna be all about. While I'm not getting any Star Wars sets, I'm sinking every bit of money I can into either. I mean, I always get Padawan Bricklink orders, but like as far as sets go, since it's not Star Wars, it's going to be all about the 3-in-1s and the Speed Champs.
Because you've identified those themes as sets with pieces that you need.
Well, not necessarily just pieces that I need, but a lot of times, like I don't go, oh, I need that piece, let me get it. A lot of times I just look at a set and go, I don't have any of those parts, let me get it. Because I hate needing a part and not having it. It doesn't matter if it's in the right color. At least let me have the part so I can see if it'll work for the application I'm trying to make it work for. So a lot of times, if I don't have a part, all these new parts, I buy a set just to get the parts into my collection so I can use it in a mock somewhere. And then if I need the correct color, then I'll worry about it. But if I can, like if I find sets on clearance, dude, I'll get as many of them as I can just to have parts. And, I don't necessarily need the parts. I just want them.
And there's only so much my arm can take, so we'll probably cap this at a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm surprised you're not out yet, as it is.
Yep. I mean, I'm going to have to pull some strings to be able to do another stream in 5 hours. My regularly scheduled stream, that is.
Well, if you are awake and you do it, I'll join you if you need somebody to join you.
Well, I always put out the invites in the jungle.
I got you. I'm gonna wait until I'm off camera to mess with this mock anymore because I found out really quick I can't do that.
Oh, I'm glad you found this fascinating, because when Horda and I do these kind of streams together, it's kind of insights from it's kind of the insights of a mock builder, especially if you're a city builder and you don't build a lot of mocks. Talking to mock builders can help understand what you're getting yourself into if you want to attempt mocks, or it can be the persuasion you need not to want to attempt mocks to begin with.
Yeah. And then you got to figure out, like, if you're going to build mocks, what kind of mock builder are you? Some people can build anything. I personally find it a lot easier to see something in real life and then mirror that in Lego. Some people are very creative and can just make anything out of it. I'm not that good at it myself. Like, I can't make a tree because that's like a natural growing thing. I suck at trees, but that house, I can make something square out of square blocks. No problem.
Yeah. I've watched a lot of tutorials about how to build trees, and there have been a lot of city builders who, in the middle of their city update, have given a quick tutorial of how they built.
I need to make a bush that will have this look, but be no thicker than what it is now and possibly thinner. I'm gonna have to get some bars out and connect this without these bricks. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to slant, or maybe just use one leaf and just stick them going out both sides. That's not gonna work. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'll figure it out later when I'm not on here. It's so hard to stream and build. It seems like it's easier when you have other people on there talking and everything while you're building whatever it is you're building. If I ever become a streamer... Mayo, you still there? I think Mayo's gone. Did his phone die? Uh-oh. I think his phone died. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going to call it an end then. Well, guys, thanks for showing up. I don't know what's going on with Mayo, but I'm assuming that his phone just died, and I know he's tired as hell, so he's probably going to go to bed. So I guess we'll see y'all next time. All right? Bye.
The stream's not over. The stream's not over. My computer it ran out of battery. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah. So as I was saying, I've watched city builders who in the middle of their city update have given tutorials about how to build trees, and that's where I've learned to build some of my trees. Yeah, I said that my computer ran out of charge, so I had to get the cord to recharge it. We'll be here for another 7 minutes, and then we're going to end the stream. I know he's gone. He probably thought I ended the stream. That'll be a funny story to tell when he next sees me. But yeah, it was a grind. It was a grind, and it was actually his idea because he was doing stuff and I was doing stuff. And he's always asking anyone in the middle of the day if they're going live, because he needs reasons to do stuff with his collection, much like how I watch people's streams in the middle of the day when I'm doing stuff like this as well. We are cut from the same cloth as mock builders. We're cut from the same cloth. So whenever my camera just goes off unexpectedly, that's because my computer runs out of charge. Yeah, I'm back for another 5 minutes. My computer ran out of charge. You don't need to come back because we're only going to be here for another 5 more minutes. And then after that, I'm going to go and watch Disney Plus. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I should go to bed because I'm running on fumes, which is why I'm going to watch Disney Plus. Hopefully that'll put me to bed and I can sleep for 4 hours or whatever before my stream in 5. And I hear like music of some type. I don't know if it's my neighbors or if I'm just hearing things. But I'll be sorting on again, off again for this week as well. And whenever my friends are doing something or my friends ask me if they want to do something with me, that gives me the motivation I need. So thanks for giving me more motivation, Horder, after Cliff gave me some motivation earlier. I might try go back into their backstage and see if they're still doing anything before I go watch Disney Plus. And if they're not there, then I'm going to go watch Disney Plus. Never a wasted moment on social media, unless you're doom scrolling. I think a lot of us will be taking a nap for various reasons. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've already sorted that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've already got a full draw of that. 2 more minutes. 2 minutes more. 2 minutes more. I'm finishing sorting for now. 2 minutes more. This pile is looking a lot smaller, believe it or not, than where I was at when I started sorting at 3 a.m. Now it's 7:44 a.m. I think we're going to cap it at that for now. So thanks for watching this live stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Hopefully I will be alive again in 5 hours for my regularly scheduled live stream. Is there anyone live right now that we can go? Is there anyone live to do a redirect to? I don't know. Let me see what their permissions are like actually. Before we end this, what are their permissions like? We just hit 1,050 subscribers. Yay! That's a milestone. Do they allow redirect from everyone? Oh, they do. Okay, but not gonna do any redirects because I'm late. And anyway, yeah. So I'll see you guys on my next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. And bye, guys. TTYL.